Okay, so let's talk about growing your network. When you join this business, you have your set of Facebook friends. Something that I have done and that a lot of the leaders and people on the team do that is very, very helpful for growing your network is adding people to your Facebook and to your Instagram. Facebook and Instagram are a little bit different. Instagram is more of a cold market where it's a lot easier to just go and follow people and add people. But I promise you, by adding people, if you're a little apprehensive, a little hesitant, you don't want people you don't really know on your Facebook, I understand that, I get that, but if you overcome that fear and if you step outside of that comfort zone, it's really going to help your business. I have so many loyal customers and distributors that I have added, built a relationship with, or that have even just come to me, that I haven't even had that much time to build a relationship with yet and have been interested in the business or products. So this is something that I can't stress enough is just very important to do. A few ways to add friends. We all see the suggested friends pop up on Facebook. That's a great way, especially because if you have a few mutual friends, these people are going to be more likely to accept your friend request. So I love going to the suggested friends and adding people. Now, personally as a woman, and I know we have men on the team too, but personally as a woman, I only add women. I'm married. Even if I wasn't married, I think I would still only add women. But that choice is yours. I will go to suggested friends and add, just add tons of women. And something that's important to do when you are adding new friends like this, click on their mutual friends. And if you recognize any mutual friends that are other distributors and distributors on the team, don't add them. We're all working this business and it's kind of like stepping on someone's toes or market. It's not like a law, but it's just kind of one of those unwritten rules, and it's really just practicing integrity in your business, and it's just the right thing to do. So please always make sure to check mutual friends before adding people. And you're not always going to know every distributor out there, especially if you're new. You may not know all the distributors on our team or that are in the company, and I don't expect you to, but just try to make a conscious effort to get to know who our team members are and get familiar with people on the team through the group pages, and just to check that. It's inevitable that it may happen sometimes, but let's just always do our best on that. So the suggested friends is a great way to grow your network. Another thing that I've done that I love doing is I love going to local swap pages. So if I live in Peoria, Arizona. I'm a part of, I'll go to the Facebook and I'll search Peoria Swip Swap, Norterra Swip Swap, Phoenix Swip Swap, and I'll go add myself to those groups. It's a group page where people buy and sell things, and I'll click on members, and I will add, always checking, mutual friends first, of course, but I will add lots of women for there because number one, these are women who are looking to sell things, so they probably need extra money. A lot of them might be stay-at-home moms because they have time to be on these swap pages. It's just a really good source of women to connect with and to make friends with and build relationships with. So that's another avenue that I use to grow my network, is adding moms from the swap pages. I haven't had this asked many times, and I've been doing this for 2 years, and it's probably been 5-10 times that I've ever received a message saying, hey, do I know you? And if I ever get that response, I just say, hey, no, you keep showing up in my suggested friends, or you keep showing up in my suggested friends, and I love making new mom friends, or I love making new friends, or I love connecting with new people, smiley face. And most of the time, they will accept my request. One of my leaders on the team actually sent me a message like that when I added her. I added her from a swap page. She's a diamond leader now, and she's now one of my best friends. So don't be scared. It's just about making friends. And if someone, shuns it or is rude back, oh well, then, next. Just let it roll off your back. Another thing that you can do is you can join groups. So if you have certain hobbies like decorating your house, or a mom's group, or a fitness group, or mama boys, like there's all sorts of groups out there. Join different groups and network that way. It doesn't mean go in and add a bunch of people from those groups like you would the swap pages, but start building relationships in there, post in there, comment in there, make friends. And as you start to do that in the group page, then, you know, people may even just add you. You can add them as you are more connecting and building that relationship with people. On Instagram, it's just free game. You go, there's videos on Instagram. I may do a video later about Instagram, but following people on Instagram is really a cold market, and you don't really worry as much about people saying, hey, why are you adding me? One of the things that I do too, and this is just a little trick that I do, so if I come across like a guy, like a decent looking guy, I'm not gonna add him, but I know that he has a lot of probably chick friends, so I'll click on his profile picture and I'll click on all the people that liked it, and if I see women, tons of women, I'll add women, especially if you have mutual friends, because it'll show you, like, as you hover over their name, if you have mutual friends with that girl or that woman, and I will add them. So that's a good way to get women on your page and to find new people too. Something that I like to do to kind of, because once you start adding people from suggested friends, you might be like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm running out of like people. I like to kind of expand my network too. So once in a while, I will go add people that like aren't in my area and that I don't have mutual friends with, or maybe I only have one mutual friend with that are in like Texas or Colorado or something like that. And once you do that and you add a few people, you're gonna find new suggested friends in your, that, you know, pop up because you've now ventured out to a different area. So that's a really good way, especially after you've been doing this for a while, to extend outside of like your warm market area of adding suggested friends and adding people. Something that I do in this business, and this kind of goes back to posting, but it relates to adding people. So I have my profile page public. Because a lot of times when you're adding people, they kind of want to see who you are. They might click on your page to see what your page is all about. So when I upload a before and after picture, I set the privacy of that post to be only my friends list. That way, if I add someone and they want to check out my page before accepting the request, they don't see my before and after pictures, because we don't want them to think that we're only adding them, you know, for this business. And I want to make sure that with saying that when we're adding people, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm being so salesy. We truly have phenomenal products that can help people, and we have a phenomenal business opportunity that can help people. So make sure that you always have the mindset of, I'm on a mission to help people. I'm on a mission to change the world. I want to help mommies come home. I want to help people, you know that there is a better way. That way your mind is right when you're adding people. You know, we're not adding people just for our own business. We're adding people to help people. And I've helped so many people that have been people that I have just added and made friendships and built relationships with, and that this business is blessing them. So feel good and confident about it. You can even go to like your high school that you went to, and I think there's a lot of groups and things like that, or you can search people by high school, and you can add a lot of old high school friends too. And like I said in the last video, that doesn't mean just start like spamming them or anything like that, but start to build and reconnect with them. And those are that's another good source of friends that you can add to high school, college, things like that. So I hope this really helps. Go out there and make your mission to add people, to make new friends. Oh, another thing. So when adding people to Facebook, you can apply this in like real life too. Like, you're gonna notice yourself wanting to like network more and be friendly more and make friends more, because we're always trying to grow our network. So if you're out and about at a cookout, at a grocery store, I mean anywhere, and you just kind of hit it off with someone or have a conversation with someone, add them to your Facebook. Like, there's been times when I'm at the grocery store. I was at Kirkland's around Christmas time, and I was talking to the cashier, and she was just really nice and friendly, and she was not from around here, and I don't know, I was just like, oh my gosh, you're so funny, and I really like you. I'm gonna add you to my Facebook. And I added her to my Facebook right there, and she accepted me. So I'm always trying to, in person, network with people and make friends with people, and then add them to my Facebook as well. So that's another avenue that you can use with growing your network. Always just try to look and make new friends, you know? If you're at a wedding or a social event, be friendly, make friends, get them on your Facebook. All right.